Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Subos, page 59, which discusses that just as the man has certain responsibilities to his wife, he has to make sure to provide her with mazonos, food, as well as to give her clothing, and also to have a regular cohabitation with his wife. In addition, the Mishnah here tells us that there's 7 things that a woman must do as well. And it mentions some of them, such as making the bed, doing the laundry, baking, cooking, grinding the wheat, if they have a child, nursing them, and also making wool. Now, a person could say this seems not so right, that we have all these different things she has to do. But what the Mishnah, what the Torah is teaching us, is that it's a healthy thing that it's split up these responsibilities. The man has certain obligations to provide for his wife, and it's self-understood that the wife also should be contributing and working in this marriage. A lot of times in modern marriages, there is this blur and blend. If it's done in a proper way of communication, that's one thing. But a lot of times, men are doing women's roles, or at least traditional women's roles, and vice versa, and it could be something which could cause a lot of animosity. But it's important, just like it's mentioned here, that every person should be walking into the marriage understanding that they are supposed to do things to be able to contribute to making this a healthy relationship. That she has certain things she should do in the marriage, and so does he. The other thing which is very fascinating, the Mishnah tells us that if, let's say, she is very wealthy and she brings in maidservants or maids, people that can clean the house. So it says that once she has 1 or 2 or even 3 of these people, at a certain point, it may not be necessary for her to do much. In fact, it says that once she has 4 maidservants, she can just sit on a throne and do absolutely nothing. And it's interesting that the Mishnah says that not everyone agrees to that. Well, what does she need to do? After all, she has all these people working for her. So why would you even require or think that she should do any of these things? So on this, the Talmud says something unbelievable. It says that she should still do something. Because batala mavia lidei zima. If a person is not working, it's going to end up having negative consequences. Even though it's true that she already has all the different people to work for her, it's a healthy thing for her to still do something. In general, for her to feel that she has something productive in her life, but also that she should be making some type of commitment and some type of doing action, some action of a form of actions in the marriage that she's giving, and it's not just sitting back and doing nothing, which is apparently would not be a very good thing in any marriage, even if she could afford to have someone. And then it tells us one last important it says that if a woman says, I refuse to do work, I don't need to do anything, I'm not going to work in the house, out of the house. So it says that on that you actually have grounds for divorce. Well, what's the problem? Why is it such a big deal? Why must she work? And it says an unbelievable line, that when a person does nothing, it leads to, as Rashi says, shigoyon, like being meshugana, craziness. It's important that everyone has something to do. And it doesn't matter, even if you're the wealthiest person in the world, for you to sit back and have no responsibilities and no obligations and nothing that is necessary for you to do, so you just have an open day, an open schedule, and an open month, that's not healthy either. And therefore the Mishnah and the Torah here is telling us, not just for a healthy marriage, but just to have a healthy mind, we always have to be involved and we always have to do something productive.